Hello, and welcome to another video with Amoalani. This is episode 14.5 of my Dwarf Fortress Let's Play Season 2 series. Now, really quickly, before I get into the episode, there was one thing I needed to fix. Yep. Let's see, what do we have? What was the number on this? 3. Needed to fix the pathway there. Okay. There was also... Yep. I'm going to come down one more line on both of these so that it matches that top row. Perfect. And might as well as do that. Okay. Now it's fixed. The rest of this episode is entirely a stockpile episode. That being said, it's an important stockpile episode. I am going to be explaining why I'm doing the stockpiles this way. Alright, so let's get started. The stockpiles that I am doing, before you skip, I'm going to be doing lots of kitchen management. A lot of what I'm doing in the kitchen is going to be for so that I can link workshops up to specific stockpiles. A lot of it is also, the farming industry is huge. And so a lot of the way that I'm setting this up is so I can learn more about the industry. And I like to be able to visually see, for example, coming here, you know, I can visually see, okay, I have extra stuff right here. This is the wood weapon. So this is the all of the training weapons, most likely. Yeah, this is the training weapons. And I can visually see, hey, I've got some training weapons. I can visually see, hey, I've got some steel crossbows. So I like to be able to visually see it here. I don't like looking through the stocks to figure out what I have. I'm just more of a visual person. That's my preference. So a lot of what I'm doing with the stockpiles is for that. Yes, it's so that I can learn, but it's also so I can just kind of see what I have. The other stockpiles I'm setting up are going to be for the seeds. There will be nothing else done in this episode. It is just a stockpile episode. If you're not interested in seeing this stockpile setup or why I'm setting all this stuff up the way I am, then I will go ahead and see you in episode 15. But if you are interested, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, we are going to start with a stockpile for the seeds, except I'm going to come in, going to come down to food, going to click on seeds, going to click all. This is other seeds. I will, at the end of it, go in and remove the barrels, but I'm going to be making changes to this as we do the other stockpiles. The reason why I'm doing that, now we're going to come up and we are going to shut off seeds completely from this stockpile. Seeds, none. And then we're going to go from there. All right, now we have all of our underground seeds. So food, come down to seeds. This will be the dimple cup. Dimple cup spawn. And now, #0. And I'm going to come in and double check that. It seems to be a little bit finicky with the barrels. It likes to restore, when I do set the barrels and bins to zeros, it likes to restore them sometimes. To me, it felt like no reason at all, but I did kind of figure out when I come in and hit that custom button, regardless of if I change anything, if I hit that custom button, it does seem to restore the barrels and bins. I don't know if there's something else that causes it to restore it, but so that's just something with seed stockpiles that I just really make sure, A, not to mess with them, and B, make sure I've got those bins shut off. Okay. And the reason why I shut the barrels off of the seed stockpiles they put seeds in bags, and they put like seeds in the same bag. So say, in this particular stockpile, not a huge deal since it's just one seed per stockpile. But in these other ones that are going to have multiple seeds per stockpile, say I've got strawberry seeds and pineapple seeds in the same barrel, and the strawberry seeds are in the bag that's on the bottom. Well, if they go to plant those strawberry seeds, they can't reach them because they're at the bottom of the barrel with stuff on top of it. So that's why really want to remove the barrels from the seed stockpiles. Okay. So this is going to be for the, I think this is rock nut. Yeah, rock nut. Okay. And 0. Done. The plump helmet and pigtail I'm putting up front because those are going to be my most used seeds. So I want the dwarves to have to travel the least for those. Okay. Sweet pod. Now the sweet pod for the you can make dwarven syrup and dwarven sugar out of it. That's not why this is going in the middle. You can also now, I don't know if it changed or if you've always been able to brew it, but it is brewable now as well. So sweet pod seeds, which is why it's going in the middle here. This is typically, when I've done this in other worlds, I pull a lot of this off of the wiki, and I go in and I do my research, and honestly, setting this up in my other worlds has taken me 4 or 5 hours. I did do a little bit of prep work ahead of time, so hopefully it doesn't take me that long here. Okay, and this is going to be cave wheat, because it's brewable. And come in, shut the barrels off, 0. I will, as soon as I'm done with all 6 of these, I'm going to go back in and double check the barrels on all of them before moving on to the other seeds. And then right up front here, we have pigtail and plump helmets. Pigtail is the underground crop that you can make cloth from, which is super important. You can do other things with it too. I don't quite remember. I use it for cloth, so I don't really remember what else it's used for. And then plump helmet is, the dwarves love plump helmet. It's their favorite thing. They will eat it raw. They eat the seeds raw too. You can cook with it. You can brew with it. When you cook with it, you don't get the seeds back. So initially, for the plump helmet, it's just going to be brewed until I get a decent stockpile of the seeds, and then I can add it to cooking. Plump helmet. In and 0. Okay. Now I'm gonna, so Dimple Cup spawn is 0 barrels. The rock nuts is 0 on the barrels. Sweet pod seeds is 0 on the barrels. Cave wheat seeds is 0 on the barrels. Pigtail seeds is 0 on the barrels. And plump helmet spawn is 0 on the barrels. Now I know this gets a little bit tedious and redundant, but that is just something I really have to double check with these seed stockpiles. Now we're going to come into the other seeds, and we're going to shut off all of those. So we have cave wheat, we have dimple cup, we have pigtail and plump helmet. We have sweet pod and rock nuts. Sweet pod. Okay, so those are the 6 underground plants that we will be setting up the planting next episode. It's grown in enough. I feel comfortable getting the planting up and running. Okay. Oops. Now we have, and actually, oops. I'm going to come up and I am going to look at, see if we have any, we'll look at the cloth real quick. So try to look at the barrels, but it's pigtail. Okay, so I need to come down and look at thread. Brown cruise. Okay. I'm pretty sure we had Brainy, but so on the left, these smaller clumps, I'm going to have for individual stockpiles, and then the right clump is going to be for bigger stockpiles. Okay, so this is going to be for the plant fiber. Now you can also turn all of these into slurry to make paper out of, and some of them can also be used for flour, and a lot of these can also be used for oil. So it's multiple things, but the plant fiber to me is the most important out of those categories. So they're all getting lumped into the plant fiber. Okay, so here we have cotton, and this I'm just pulling directly off of the wiki. Cotton, flax, hemp, we have jute, we have kenaf, we have ramie and rope reed. Ramie I'm pretty sure that we have here, but we'll just have to wait until we get some more. Ramie and rope reed. Okay, I'm just gonna double check. Okay, so we've got cotton and flax. Cotton, flax. We've got hemp and jute. Hemp, jute. We have kenaf. We have ramie and rope reed. Ramie and rope reed. Now, if you're looking at the wiki, it does have 8. Pigtails is also under that, but the pigtails is the underground. This is a stockpile for the above ground plants. Okay, so this is plant fiber seeds. I will come in and remove the barrels. 0. Done. Now come over to the other seeds, and now we remove all of those. Okay, so we have cotton and flax. Cotton, flax. We have hemp and jute. Hemp and jute. We have kenaf. And we have ramie and rope reed. And there's the pigtail shut off. Then we have ramie and rope reed. Okay. Now next we have flour. This is seeds. We're coming in, and again, pulling this just directly off the wiki. Okay, so here we have barley. We have blood amaranth. Blood amaranth. We have buckwheat. Cave wheat is on this list as well, but cave wheat is an underground plant, so it's not going in this one. Finger millet. And flax, but flax was in the plant fiber. We have fonio and foxtail millet. Hard wheat and hemp. Hemp was in the plant fiber. We have kaniwa. Kanawa? Not sure. Longland grass. We have maize and oats. Pearl millet. And pendant amaranth. We have purple amaranth. Quinoa. Rice. And rye. Then we have single grain wheat, soft wheat, sorghum, spelt, teff, two grain wheat, whipvine, and white millet. Now, whipvine, I did read something interesting in my research, and this grows in savage biomes, and we're in a savage biome, so I might actually get whipvine. Not only is whipvine a more valuable brewed plant, like when you brew the alcohol out of it, it's more valuable than other alcohol, even the underground alcohol, but the flour made from it is the most valuable flour in the game, apparently. So, that'll be interesting. If we do have whipvine, that's definitely getting its own stockpile, and we're going to be doing a lot with the whipvine for value. Okay, now I'm going to go through and just double check. These are big ones that I do like to double check in case I make any mistakes. Okay, so going back up to the top, we have barley, we have blood amaranth, we have buckwheat. Cave wheat is an underground plant. We have finger millet. Flax is in the plant fiber. We have fonio and foxtail millet. We have hard wheat. Hemp is in the plant fiber. We have quinoa. We have longland grass. We have maize. We have oats. We have pearl millet. We have pendant amaranth. We have purple amaranth and quinoa. We have rice and rye. We have single grain wheat, soft wheat, sorghum, spelt, teff, two grain wheat, whipvine, and white millet. Okay, perfect. So this was flour seeds. Come in, shut off the barrels. Done. Okay, now we need to go remove all of that from here. So seeds. We have barley, blood amaranth, buckwheat. Cave wheat should already be shut off. It is. We have finger millet. Flax is already shut off. We have fonio and foxtail millet. We have hard wheat. And hemp is already shut off. We have quinoa. We have longland grass. We have maize. We have oats. We have pearl millet. We have pendant amaranth. Purple amaranth. Quinoa. Rice. Rye. Single grain wheat. Soft wheat. Sorghum. Spelt. Teff. Two grain wheat. Whipvine. And white millet. Yes, I am going to double check again, and I apologize, this is super tedious, I know, but this is an area where I really These are long lists. I'm not super familiar with them, and I just want to make sure um, that I get this right. Okay. So coming back up, barley, blood amaranth, buckwheat, cave wheat, finger millet, flax, fonio, foxtail millet, hard wheat, hemp, kaniwa, longland grass, maize, oats, pearl millet, pendant amaranth, purple amaranth, quinoa, rice and rye, single grain wheat, soft wheat, sorghum, spelt, teff, two grain wheat, whipvine, and white millet. Okay, perfect. And again, this is the flower seeds. Literally in the wiki, I just typed flower, and this list is on there. You're able to sort it alphabetically, which is exactly what I did. Same thing with plant fibers, sorted alphabetically. And it tells you there, at least on the plant fiber page, it says which one's underground and which one's not. Okay. I'm actually going to do, this top one is going to be dye. I'm used to doing the fruit out of red, and this orthoclase floor is red-ish, so I'm okay doing the fruit over there. So up here, we're gonna do the dyes. Come in, we're gonna do seeds. Now this is one I did spend a lot of time on the wiki, and I wound up putting this in a spreadsheet for myself so that I could know which ones are, because a lot of the dyes you can do from trees, so you can't plant those seeds. So the dyes that I'm doing here are ones that we can plant. Okay, so, and I do have it alphabetical, but it's a bunch of different categories. So we're going to start with onion. Okay, and then let's see here, those are trees. So then we're going to come up. These are all fruit dyes. And actually the fruit, I don't mind putting in the fruit one. So let's come down. Then we've got cabbage. That's fruit. We can do rhubarb and spinach. Rhubarb, spinach. Okay, and then we've got potato, radish, red spinach, rice and sorghum are both in the flour. So we'll do sweet potato, turnip, It's wild carrot, but it's called carrot dye. I wonder if it's carrot seeds. Because I didn't see it under the wild. Yeah, it's carrot seeds. Okay. Peanut. Now, peanuts, I'm not sure if they're plantable. And actually, those are a nut, so I don't think they are plantable, actually. And then the original dyes, we've got bladeweed. Dimple cup is an underground. And then we've got hydroot and sliverbarb. Hydroot. And sliverbarb. Okay. Oh boy, was that confusing. So, gonna come back through. So it's onion. It's the bulb that you can turn into the dye. Okay, so there's the onion. And that's all fruit. Those are trees. And then we have cabbage. Oops. So we have cabbage, rhubarb and spinach, rhubarb and spinach, and then we have potato, radish, red spinach, rice and sorghum are both flour. We have sweet potato, turnip, and wild carrot, which is under carrot. And then we have the original, we have bladeweed, we have hydroot and sliverbarb. Hydroot and sliverbarb. Okay. Dye seeds. I'll do 0. Done. We come in to seeds. We start off with onion. So we've got onion. We have cabbage. Cabbage. Rhubarb and spinach. Rhubarb. Spinach. And then we have potato. Radish. Red spinach. The rice and sorghum are already shut off. Rice and sorghum. And then we have sweet potato, turnip, sweet potato, turnip, and a wild carrot. Carrot. And then we have the original dyes. We have bladeweed. So bladeweed. Dimple cup should already be shut off. Dimple cup. We have hydroot and sliverbarb. Sliver barb. Okay. So those are the dyes. A lot of the rest of the dyes that are on the page that were added are either from nuts, which will be a separate stockpile in the kitchen because we can cook the nuts, or they are from trees, and the tree seeds are getting their own stockpile here. Okay. All right, now we have fruit. And again, this is fruit that is plantable. So food comes down to seeds. Okay. We have bilberry, bitter melon, blackberry, blueberry, and there is a fruit tab on the wiki. In the past, I've used that, and then I had to kind of individually go in because it also lists all of the fruit that you can gather from trees. And so those are not plantable seeds. So that was a big part of the reason why I did the my own spreadsheet, was so that I would just have an easy list. It took me hours to put all of this together. But now I have it for the future. So we've got blueberry, we have caper, we have cranberry, cucumber, eggplant, grape, horned melon, muskmelon, passion fruit, pepper, pineapple, raspberry, squash, strawberry, tomatillo, tomato, watermelon, and wintermelon. All right, going back to the top, we have bilberry, bittermelon, blackberry, blueberry, caper, cranberry, cucumber, eggplant, grape, horned melon, muskmelon, passion fruit, pepper, pineapple, raspberry, squash, and strawberry, tomatillo and tomato, and watermelon and wintermelon. All right, so these are the plantable fruit seeds. Come in, shut off the barrels. I'm going to come in and just double check that we did that on the dye. We did, okay. We've done it on the flour, done. And done on the plant fiber. Okay, so this is the fruit seed. So now we need to come in to other seeds and shut this off. So we have bilberry. We have bitter melon. We have blackberry, blueberry, caper, cranberry, cucumber, eggplant, grape, horned melon, muskmelon, passion fruit, pepper, pineapple, raspberry, squash, strawberry, tomatillo, tomato, watermelon, and wintermelon. And I'm just going to double check. Okay, so we have bilberry, bittermelon, blackberry, and blueberry. We have caper and cranberry. Caper and cranberry. We have cucumber and eggplant. We have grape and horned melon. Grape and horned melon. Muskmelon. There's the muskmelon. We have passion fruit and pepper. There's the passion fruit, there's the pepper. We have pineapple and raspberry. We have squash and strawberry. Squash and strawberry. We have tomatillo and tomato. Tomatillo, tomato. We have watermelon and wintermelon. Perfect. Okay. Now, the reason why I set these stockpiles up this way, these are all plantable seeds. There are plenty of fruits that can also, from trees, that you can also brew, that you can also turn into dyes, that type of thing. But the tree seeds you can't plant. So that is why we are getting this last category, and that is tree seeds. Food, we're going to come in, we're going to do seeds. Okay. So, abaca, acacia, avocado, banana, bitter orange. I am also, these stockpiles are all the seeds. I don't know entirely what we're going to get here. Now, yes, the tree seeds, yes, I do know. But if we get logs in from traders that are logs that we don't grow here, and we go and we turn some of that stuff into dyes, we're going to get seeds of other trees that we don't grow here. And as far as I didn't want to go out and like individually figure out what all the plants were, and I don't want to limit it if traders come in with other plants. So for me, I do find it easier to include everything, so that it has a place to go if it does come in from the trader. All right, sorry, bitter orange. So we have cacao tree, cacao beans, candle nut, some of these also count as, I think, nuts that you can cook. Candle nut, carambola, cashew is a nut. I do know that. The candle nut, I think, is also a nut, so I'm going to not include that. The nuts, again, those are going in a separate. Okay, so cashew, citron, coconut palm. That, I think it said the coconut is the seed which the dwarves will eat. I think I read something about that. We do have coffee, custard apple, date palm. Some of these seeds are cookable, but it's not going to add a whole lot of value, so I'm okay that we just sell these tree seeds. Desert lime, durian, finger lime, guava, kapak, okay, that's not there. Kumquat, lime. This is directly from the tree list on the wiki. Lychee. Macadamia nuts, I'm not going to do. Mahogany is not there. Mango. The pits, I'm going to do a separate. Okay, olive. Again, olive pits. Orange seeds. Okay, papaya. Paradise nut, which again, that's nuts. Pomelo. We have rambutan, round lime, rubber tree. Not all the trees have seeds, apparently. Tea. Oh, and then for some reason it's not alphabetical. Okay, so pomegranate. Mangrove. Cedar. Feather tree. Oh, these apparently. Feather tree. Okay. Glum prong. Okay. Highwood. Saguaro. We have willow. Alder. Okay. Sorry. Alder. Almonds, which are nuts. Apple. Apricot, which are pits. Ash is its own tree. Birch, cherry. Birch. The cherry, I think, is pits. Yeah, cherry pits. Chestnut, ginkgo. Chestnut and the ginkgo seeds are they can cook with. That's the actual ginkgo is the seeds. Hazel and maple. Hazelnuts, okay. Maple. Oak, the seed is the acorn, which I'll put it. The acorn we can do dye out of, so that's going to go in with the nuts. Peach, pear, and pecan. Pecan are nuts. The peach pits, pear seeds. Okay. Persimmon, plum, sand pear. Persimmon, Plum is pits. Sand pear, I think. Yeah, sand pear. Walnut, which is a nut, and then we have bayberry, larch, and pine. Bayberry. I don't see larch, and then pine. I don't see pine. Okay. Tree seeds. These are not plantable, so these are 100% we're going to be selling these. Done. Okay. Now we get to go remove all of that. Okay. So, acacia, avocado, our pits, banana, bitter orange, cacao. The candle nut is a nut. We've got carambola, cashew's a nut, citron, and the coconut palm. I think that, yeah, that was the seeds. Okay. Coffee, custard apple, date palm, desert lime, durian, finger lime, guava, kapok, which I don't think was there, kumquat, lime, lychee, macadamia, which are nuts, mahogany is not there, mango pits, olive seeds, or no, olive pits, okay. We've got orange seeds, papaya, paradise, paradise nuts, pomelo, rambutan, round lime, rubber, and tea. We've got pomegranate, the mangrove, cedar, and feather trees. I don't think were there, but we're going to check. So cedar, feather tree, and mangrove. Glumprug was not there. And highwood I don't think is there. Saguaro and willow I don't think were there. I don't see saguaro. Don't see willow. Alright, then we have alder, apple, almond, which is a nut, apricot, which is a pit, ash is not there, birch is not there, cherry is a pit, chestnut is a nut, ginkgo is, I'm going to put in with the nuts, hazel is a nut, maple, don't think was there, acorn is for oak, and the acorn we can do dyes out of, so that'll be, again, going in the nuts. Peach, I think, is pits. if pear, seeds, pecan is nuts, persimmon, seeds, plum pits, okay, got sand pear, seeds, walnut is nuts, okay. Last little stretch here, we've got bayberry, larch, which I don't think was there. It is not, and then pine, which I don't think was there. All right, so this. Okay, so now we're going to come over. We're going to come to seeds. We're going to do pit, and we're just going to do all. Pit. Going to come in, 0, done. Going to come into the seeds, type pit, going to do none. Okay. And the final little bit here, it may move, and actually probably will, as I'm looking at it. But we are just going to go in food, seeds, nuts. We'll shut off the rock nuts. And then there was also acorns. Almonds. Just going slowly here. Cashews. Chestnuts. Ginkgo seeds we need to add. I might be wrong on the ginkgo seeds, and that might be a tree seed, but ginkgo. A lot of the rest of it might be, it was all nuts. I'm just focusing here, just making sure that we get it all. Walnuts. Okay. I'm not going to shut off the barrels because that's going to move. When we move it, we might have to reset the barrels. Okay, so nuts. Okay, so now come back up. Other seeds. I'm going to shut off acorns because I know it's there. Nuts. None. Almonds and pecans we need to make sure that we also shut off. Almonds. Cashews, shut off. The ginkgo seeds we need to shut off. It's actually kind of easier to doing it over here now. The pecans, there they are. Soybeans. Yep. Okay, so now we can come in. 0. Done. Okay, so that is the seeds. Now, okay, so Raimi, I'm pretty sure, here on the left in the plant fiber, we will be getting an individual stockpile for the Rami. Now the seeds, from what I retained in the research, the bag can hold up to 100 seeds. We can do, so the little stockpiles will go something like this, where 4 bags can go in. That can hold up to 400 seeds, is the idea. One thing, the whipvine, I am actually kind of curious on. Now, I don't know where is that under spices? Plants? I'm not sure. Plants. Rice. Oh, okay, yep, we do have Rami. Quinaf. Cassava, potato, sweet potato. Okay, we do not have. But, so the Rami, I'm actually just going to set it up because I know we're going to have those seeds. Food, seeds, Rami. And actually just double checking real quick that it is. Yes, it is. Okay. A plant fiber. Rami seeds. And we're going to come in 0. Now this one, if you look, we are at 0, but when we come in and remove the Rami here, now it's reset. So now I have to hit 0 again, hit done. And I'm just going to double check that. Okay, done. Done. Which I wish that that was something that wouldn't reset. I'm just double checking all of these now, making sure they have no barrels. No barrels. Perfect. No barrels. Perfect. And no barrels. Perfect. Okay. And so that's what this other floor area for the seeds is set up for. As I figure out what we kind of have a ton of, it'll get its own stockpile. Okay. And now, just as sort of a placeholder, so that I can kind of see. Actually, I guess we can do it like this. So 19. So we can fit 6 across there. Okay. And so that area is going to be forced. I'm going to hit accept. That's not an actual stockpile. I'm just doing that so that I can see what we're doing. This corner is going to be for underground plants. I'm going to come in here. Plants. This is for pigtail. There is going to be room right there coming down for workshops, the one by one workshops. Okay, so we have pigtail, we have plump helmet, and honestly, So we can leave a bit of a gap right there. Yep, okay, I like it. Okay. We have cave wheat. And the sizes on these might be changing. I'm just kind of getting everything in, and then we'll finalize everything. This is for sweet pod. Don't like that it's not even, so we will be fixing that. Which actually, we should probably make that the dimple cup. And yeah, we're going to change that right now. Dimple cup, and shut off the sweet pod. There is a method to my madness. Dimple cup. Okay. This is for quarry bush plants. Quarry bush. Actually, no, you know what, we're going to do this. This is going to be the sweet pod, because we need less space for the extra sweet pod stuff. Sweet pod. Okay. So then we have dwarven sugar and dwarven syrup. Sugar is milled, I think. Dwarven sugar. And the syrup extract. Yeah. Dwarven syrup. And then we will do, this will be for quarry bushes. Which is going to be for quarry bush leaves. Check leaves under leaves. Quarry bush leaf. Let's see here. Pressed material. Rock nut press cake. This is all from the underground plants. Food. so this is extract, rocknut oil. And rocknut paste. Okay, so just getting this drawn around the outside for okay. That's basically where our workshops are going to go. There is sort of a, I'll do a line like this, line like this. There are some other the one-by-one workshops that go in here as well, and that's sort of what all those lines are. Okay. So then this is the complicated corner. This is the plants. This is the plant fiber. So this is cotton. Flax. Hemp. Jute. Quinoa. The pigtails is in the other corner. Rami. And rope reed. And if you'll notice, it on everything but the rope reed it says plant. We do have to process these further at the farmer workshop to turn them into the plant fiber thread. Okay, so that's all plant fiber. / slurry. All right, so then this is all the flour. Which again, I'm just going off of those same lists on the wiki for all of this. Okay, so here we have barley, blood amaranth, buckwheat. The cave wheat is in the other corner. We have finger millet. The flax is in the plant fiber. So we have fonio. We have foxtail millet. Hard wheat. Hemp. Quinoa. Sorry, no, hemp does not go here. Hemp is plant fiber. Quinoa, longland grass. Maize. Oat. Pearl millet. Pendant amaranth. Purple amaranth. Quinoa. Rice. Rye. single grain wheat, soft wheat, sorghum, spelt, teff, 2 grain wheat, whipvine, and white millet. Okay. Flower plants. And then we can make that bigger. Nice. Okay. So this, we're going to come in. This is plants. We're going to hit all. And then we're going to go remove. I'm still on the flower page, so we'll start with the flower. So barley. Blood amaranth. Buckwheat. Cave wheat we do need to remove. Okay, first, cave wheat. Let's remove dimple cup. Let's get all the underground plants out of there. We have pigtail and plump helmet. And then we have Cory bush and sweet pod. Okay. So then, so we had barley, blood amaranth, buckwheat. We did the cave wheat. Okay, so finger millet. Flax, fonio, foxtail, hard wheat, hemp, kaniwa, longland, grass, maize, oats, pearl millet, pendant, amaranth, purple amaranth, quinoa, rice, rye, single grain wheat, soft wheat, sorghum, spelt, teff, 2 grain wheat, whipvine, and white millet. Now, I don't feel as necessary to come in and check on the plants. The seeds are a bigger deal, because going in and changing the seed stockpiles, it gets annoying with having to remove the barrels all the time. So that's why I was double checking so much with the plants, or with the seeds, and not doing so here. Okay, so then let's also go remove the plant fibers. Okay, so we have cotton. We have flax, which I think already got removed. We have hemp, which got removed. We have jute and kenaf. The pigtails got removed, and then we have rami and rope breed. Rami and rope breed. Okay. Other plants. All right. These are going to be for the millable dye plants. which are the Dimple Cup is already elsewhere, but we have Bladeweed, Hydroot, Bladeweed, Hydroot, and Sliverbarb. Dye plants. No purple. Let's go mill. Okay. Go shut this off from this other plant's stockpile. So we have the Bladeweed, Hydroot, and Sliverbarb. The fruit is going in its own stockpile down here. So the fruit for the dyes, we're not going to do a separate stockpile for that versus non-fruit for the dyes. The fruit's all just going in the same stockpile. So that being said, okay, I'm going to come in and check. So cabbage. Pineapple leaves are also part of this. This is part of the, at the dyer shop, you can turn these leaves into dye. Pineapple leaves is one of them, but I'm going to, pineapple leaf, there it is. And then we've got rhubarb and spinach. Okay. Dye plants leaves. Here in the other plants, we have to go remove cabbage, rhubarb, and spinach. Rhubarb and spinach. Okay. Now down here, we do need to do. This is going to be the kitchen and the stills. Let me. Move that. This is 12. Okay, so that can be the 4 stills right there. Is how that's going to work. Okay, except. All right. So the nuts, we can go ahead and get our final placement over here. And now we can come in. 0. Done. Okay. I am going to come in. Food. Leaves. Leaf. We'll do all. And then we will come down and shut off the pineapple leaf. Okay. Leaves. And this will be fruit. Oops. Okay. All. Leaf. None. Okay. So this will be fruit. Okay. All right. Now we're going to come in. This might be a slightly larger one. Food. Plant. Onion was under its own category of bulb. And then this is still for stuff that we can dye. This is potato, radish, red spinach. Rice and sorghum are in the flower plants. We have sweet potato, we have turnip, wild carrot, which I think is under carrot. Or is it under wild carrot here? Wild carrot, it is. Okay. And then, let's see, your peanuts are in the nuts. Okay. These are dye plant. And then we come in here and we remove onion, potato, radish, red spinach, rice and sorghum are already removed. And then we have sweet potato, turnip, and wild carrot. Okay, beautiful. Now that being said, I'm going to repaint this down here. Accept. Okay, and then we do have a couple of sort of extras, if you will. All right, so this is cobalt bulb. We'll come down and from the other plants and remove that. Cobalt bulb. And actually, just looking at rearranging this. Oh, it's fine. We'll do 3. It doesn't. This doesn't need to be very big. And actually, we'll just make it 2. Okay. Accept. Okay. And then this is gnome blight, which is extract gnome blight. This is Valley Herb. Come remove Valley Herb from down here. And this is Golden Salve. Golden Salve. Alright. So then we do have the rest of these extracts. Oil. All except for rock nut. Oil. And paste. Slurry. All. Yes, I'm including the pigtail slurry in this. Slurry. Okay. This is going to be finished goods. I think this has to be tools, stone, all, and I'm just going to verify that real quick. Yep, okay. Shut this off. Jug. Food. Kitchen. Another stockpile we'll have is flasks, glass, all except for artifact, all except for artifact, all. I'm also going to shut this off because I don't want the dwarves using them for alcohol and then putting them back here. I want to be able to see, okay, these are the empty ones. Glass, vial. Okay, so that is that corner. I actually do need to dig out a couple more rooms for industry stuff. I do want a little room for the soap stuff, and then I want a little room for the honey stuff. Okay. Utilities. Let's go. Furniture. Bags. Leather, plant cloth, silk, or yarn. All but artifact. All but artifact. Empty bags. Kitchen. I will also come in. Furniture. Barrel. Wood. I think I saw something about... I'll have to look into that. All right. Barrel. Kitchen. Okay. So now we have sort of some stockpiles here. And actually, I'm going to accept the bags. We do need, I think, to have this be a little bit bigger. Accept. Yeah, that's how we'll do that. Okay, so then in this corner, we are going to have 9, so let's go. Food, we're going to go meat, all, but we have a llama industry, so we're going to do none. We're also going to do, I think, giant. And we're going to do none. Okay. Meat. Food, we're going to come in meat. We'll do giant. We'll do all. Giant. Meat. And we'll do llama. Meat. Okay. The fish. We're going to do unprepped fish, all. Unprepped fish. Food will come in, and we're going to do fish, all. Fish. We'll do all on the eggs. Giant. We'll do none. Eggs. And actually... we do not need this to be quite that big. Egg. Giant. The reason why I'm separating these here, giant eggs, is I haven't done a whole lot of research on it. Just in discussions with my brother, he really likes the giant animals, and he had mentioned something about the value, and what the one little thing that I looked up, it did say something about like the giant chameleon eggs can be a good trade, so to speak. So I'm separating like the giant meat and the giant eggs to kind of. This was my first time playing with giant animals, and I want to sort of start learning and seeing the value on that stuff myself. Okay, so let's see here. Milk, cheese, and fat. Okay, so let's come in. Extract animal. Milk. Oh, we do have giant all shoot. I don't think it's going to be easy to... That's just going to have to get lumped in. Milk. And then we have cheese and fat. Cheese. Oh. Giant. It's only the 4 on the giant. Okay. So yep, we'll just leave all the cheese. Cheese. All tallow. None. Fat. Food. We'll command fat. Tallow. All. And then when we set up the soap area, we'll come in and remove specific tallows for the soap. But that way they still have the tallow for cooking. Okay. Come in. All. We'll do slurry. None. We'll also remove the rock nut paste. Okay. So this is paste. Come in. This is for the plant cakes. And actually, I'm going to move this over like this. Okay, we have oil, which actually I'm going to remove from up here. Don't think the slurry needs to be that big, but we can adjust the size as needed. Okay. And let me just come in and just kind of double check things in here. So that was egg, plants. Drink won't be going down here. We've got cheese, seeds, fruit leaves, the milled plants. Oh, the flour. Flour. That needs to be a much bigger stockpile. I say much bigger. Okay. and just coming in and double checking. So that's milk plants. Should be just dye and flour in here. That was fat. That was the paste. The pressed materials, we've got the cakes. The animal extracts don't go here. And those don't go here. Okay. Alright. Now we come up and we remove all of that from here. Okay, so food. Meat is none. Fish is none. Unprepared fish is none. Eggs are none. Plants are none. Cheese is none. Fruit and leaves is none. Fat is none. Paste is none. Pressed material. Right now, the honeybee wax cake has nowhere to go, but that we will fix that. Extract. Light golden cell, seed. Okay, so yep, that's all gone. Milk is none. Food. The honey will also go down there. And the lye and milk of lime. Which didn't I? This one down. Okay. Alright. So the main reason I have it all set up like this, top left is the majority of what I'm going to focus the planting on, and sort of a lot of the value is in the underground plant. So that's sort of the top left is dedicated to processing all of that. Top right is also stuff to process, the stuff to turn into paper, into plant fiber, into flour, into dyes. That's sort of this top right. And then the cobalt bulb and the valley herb, I've never had either one of those. That's just something I've started to set up in the kitchen. So it's something I can go in and say, oh, hey, look, I got that here. Okay, well, now I need to figure out, you know, that's what the gnome blight and the golden salve are made out of. And then sort of bottom right is where all of our kitchen and stills are going. So that's where a lot of the cooking and brewing is happening. Bottom left, which is why that's where like the fruit and the plants and sort of the stuff that's not getting processed goes. And then bottom left is all of the meat, fish, milk, fat, cheese. We have lots of room. And then there is going to be, I think, off to the right here, or possibly down. I'm not, you know, we might go down on this one. I do need an area for the soap making, and then an area for the honey industry stuff. But that's kind of why I set everything up. Oh, up this way. Let's go ahead and remove, delete. Yes. So that was a sort of a big stockpile. That was where workshops are going to go, which that'll be what we're working on next episode, honestly, is starting to prep for setting up the workshops down here, which does mean I'm going to need to do a little bit of rock block stuff. But so go ahead and tune into the next episode. You won't want to miss it. This is Mulani. If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up it. If you enjoy what I'm producing, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you in episode 15.